So, the website for the Conversation Project or similar ones have been going on for over a decade. I've been running the media company part of my business for over 10 years. I've had a larger, long-standing running company that's been personal development and for business coaching, if you will. But the media one, the More Better Media part of it, has been about a 10-year program. And this has been a cornerstone of that broadcast. The original life of More Better Media and for the Conversation Project was to basically turn my radio experience that I was doing in radio into something I could own on my own and do on my own because radio tends to want to do what gets paid. And the people that were working at the radio station for sales were not trying to get paid or give pay for things that I was doing, whether they were individualized or something that was corporate led. They weren't making any money for my companies, for my projects, running sports and Christian talk and some news stuff. And they weren't selling my stuff. Eventually, those parts went out of business out of favor because no one was selling it. They're trying to sell the more popular, easier, lower hanging fruit. But the Conversation Project's been around for a while in various forms, from just doing surveys to now offering up conversational topics that are newsworthy and trying to have larger conversations. I've been doing this series on this platform for YouTube a little over 2.5 years in this sense where I've been doing the long form things you might have heard, the morning newscasts, and doing things on the YouTube specifically, not just making podcasts and throwing up little screens for YouTube to so it can be called a video. And right now, there's a large number of popular YouTubers who are making videos about their leaving the platform itself. We'll get into that in a moment. But the platform for YouTube is a dog eat dog sort of thing. If you're not creating content, then there's nothing for people to watch, even though once you create something, it's there forever. I've had videos from this actual channel and other channels I made doing other projects that will pop up frequently in other things that I've not actually dealt with in years. I've been doing YouTube for longer than the 10 years, essentially doing videos from the get go, the start of the YouTube platform, not knowing what it turned into. But for the Conversation Project itself, it's just a matter of why am I doing this? What's the point? What's the purpose? And why, when all these other people who've had long storied careers are just burnt out and want to do something else, are they giving up? And if that means there's more space for other people growing into the platform, why does my little channel that sometimes can, sometimes doesn't, need to survive? Why am I not giving up on YouTube? Why am I putting more into YouTube? The reality is, for me, YouTube has actually been a blessing this year, this past year, I should say, for 2023. That has been a terrible year. Tornado hit my house, nearly died from kidney failure about a week after that. Just loads and loads of things happening on my life at my day job, which is supposed to have been a refuge to help me stop doing this, something to remind me that real work was more important than all this side stuff I'm doing, has turned into a nightmare. And people who are there understand what the nightmares are. And so my literal only reprieve has been getting up in the morning way earlier than I should, creating a newscast from the responses of people on social media and putting it out there. Sometimes it flows perfectly and great. Sometimes it's a slog to do it. But essentially, the first win of the morning is this newscast I do every single morning. And it may be the only win based on things go on. I'm not going to go into this detail on this video about dealing with the house situation, still not fixed, and the hope was that more actual revenue would come in so I can deal with that faster. It didn't. I'm not going to deal with the situation at the work situation. It's a situation it's getting through, and I'm trying to do my best to survive that one because it is a main source of income. This is literally no income. This costs me money, but I'm not stopping for a couple of major reasons. Let's start by talking about the major YouTubers and the some not so major YouTubers that are making videos on quitting YouTube. Some of them have been sort of swerve videos, as in, well, I'm just going to go from 3 postings to 2 postings a week or something like that. Some of them have been mostly reaction videos, essentially saying, "I'm not quitting the video, but these other folks are." This is mostly a reaction video, if you will, but it is my reaction saying that I'm going to keep on going, keep on pushing, keep on going, and hopefully you will stick along with me and help me grow. But nothing lasts forever. especially in the realm of entertainment or infotainment, as these people who are leaving the platform are doing. They're doing it not because they're really hate what they're doing. They're doing it because they're tired. They've reached the milestones. They've gone beyond any sort of thought process that they could ever get to, and they've over and above every bit of it. And now they're looking for changes. Some people are giving up on the platform, changing their platform, things they're doing after 20 years of doing this, which is a long time. Many of the major guys who basically are leaving now have been doing it around 10 to 7 years when it's actually been profitable, even if it wasn't quite profitable in the ways it is now. But when people are actually starting to make a living, get some sort of revenue, residual and otherwise, from the YouTube platform, from doing long form videos and some short form videos along the way. The grind that is YouTube is becoming a larger grind, and the actual platform itself, as people make money, or at least it pays for itself, is changing. It's constantly changing. For YouTube to make money, they have to keep people to watch and get people to watch some ads or get people to pay for premium subscriptions to get to bypass that. It is what it is. And with more people being forced to do more things, get more eyeballs watching their videos, it's becoming quite an issue. My videos are pretty simple. Every morning I wake up, I record myself reading some recaps of news stories and some other facts at the end of the day for the newscasts. Every weekend, I do a longer form recap of the news stories, stories that may or not be interesting to you guys as a longer form, but it gives me something else to build, and a also some sort of commentary on one of the stories that the numbers said were interesting. This is a way to garner more consistent people viewing my stuff, more people watching, more videos clicked in, more ads shown, yada, 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 yada. YouTube means that I'm something that's special to them. Currently at under 1,000 subscribers. I grew that by about 650 subscribers in this calendar year. I grew about 300 subscribers calendar year prior. And even with all the crappy stuff that's happened, including not having the ability to even record anything for a month because I was displaced and literally homeless from having the tornado hit my house, a lot of magic happened. A lot of things have been learned. A lot of things have been highlighted. A lot of milestones have been made. A lot of content has been created, a lot of lessons learned, a lot of bad jokes and very poorly read takes have been on here. Some things fairly profound. And I've connected with some people who I've had no reason to think I connect to in the past, and had some actual conversations with some commenters out there in the ethernet that is the internet. And I'm not giving up. Although all the numbers say I should. All the responses say I should. My growth rate and any revenue that may be possibly made from this thing should say not. I'm also battling some other issues that are just sort of mentally there because I'm overly stressed, I'm worn out, I'm burnt out from a lot of ways, and I got a little bit of body dysmorphia that makes looking at myself in videos one reason why it took me since the eighth grade to actually get over to being in videos. It's a lot to cover. It's heavy. And this probably won't be the most satisfying why I quit, why I'm not quitting video, but it's a chance for me to be honest with you here on the channel. So I'm not going anywhere anytime soon, Lord willing, creek don't rise. Obviously, I wasn't expecting that tornado to destroy my house and not have a place to record, but that happened. I've not done much with the space I'm in now because this is supposed to have been temporary, and we're supposed to have been back into the house about a month ago to build in something new, permanent, and more beautiful and spectacular to live with. I'm holding back on adding things here because supposedly things go there, but right now, the house is a question mark on my life. My work situation is a question mark. Not because I think I'm going to get fired, but because of all the stress and work going on there. This was planned to be a transition year where I'd take all the wins and turn it into something and turn it into that next step to a higher plane. Higher planes aren't really offering places. And right now, the plane I'm in right now kind of needs my help more than I wanted to admit to. So I'm here. But I still have this thing I'm putting out here with news stories and current events and hot takes that some of you are joining onto, some of you are hating, and sometimes YouTube and TikTok, as its companion, is banning for random reason whatsoever. Stories that should be the most awesome things going on that other people are talking about don't get taken up. In fact, I have no reason to believe that this why I'm quitting, not quitting video for YouTube won't get any reviews, won't get any look in the algorithm, even though it's the hottest topic going on right now. So we're trying. It's halfway for the clicks, but halfway just an explanation to talk about what's going on. The Conversation Project needs your help. I need your help. Stop by our website, this is conversationproject.com, and check us out. See some of the past things we've done, see what we're trying to explain to you, what we're doing going forward. And the most important thing you do is keep showing up, keep watching, keep sharing, keep going by the feeds on Facebook and Twitter. Facebook.com/slash this is conversation project and Twitter.com/th underscore conversation. That's where you can vote up stories for us to talk about and have things to talk about in the conversation project. There are other things on the page to check out, such as the sponsors and the partnerships on ways you can actually help fund us directly. But the feeds are the most important things that's out there. Following us to find out where we are and watching our stuff, sharing that as well. And the biggest thing is just sending us emails, responding, corresponding, replying to things. Let us know you're out there, that you know that we're out here and that we're doing something for you. Simple Gmail email address, theconversationinbox@gmail.com. Tell me what I'm doing right, what I'm doing wrong, what I can do better, what I could do a little less worse. That's all tagline stuff, but it's there. But that's it. Apologies for not having such a stellar and deep and philosophical video, but that's it. Conversation Project has great plans for 2024. Lord willing, creek don't rise. If I can survive this year, like I survived last year, we're going to keep putting out content that's going to hopefully get better. It's going to get better, hopefully get more responses so we can kind of tweak it for more better and keep going. This year, we want to make this thing profitable. Next year, we want it to take care of itself. Year after that, it's going to take care of the family. It's going to actually pay some bills. We got a timeline. We have things to do. That means more polish, more things going on. This last week, we got stuck in a snowstorm, so stuck in the house for a full week. So regular haircuts didn't happen as well. But I'm not going anywhere. For all you folks who give me the sporadic yays and thumbs up going forward, I thank you for that. Some more would be nice. Yes, an engraved invitation and a trophy would be nice. For those of you who have not responded yet, but you have wanted to, please do. Love or hate. Sometimes being fueled by hate is a much, much, much deeper emotion to keep you going. Those of you who just stumbled upon this or new here and you've gotten this far, I thank you for getting this far and seeing what we have going on. We have lots of things that are happening. We have a lot of disruptions in the last couple of weeks that have made things not quite the same. But we're also working some behind the scenes things to upgrade and tweak and prune some things, make things a little better as well. So hopefully you'll see those incorporated in the things that you're not seeing, and we'll stick around for that. And for the body dysmorphia stuff, in the 8th grade, we did a project, a video project, an old school VHS tapes, and I could not even look at the camera to do my clip. I had like a 3-4 minute section where me and another person, I was a scientist being interviewed by a person, a journalist, and I could not look at the camera. But that was 8th grade. That was many, many decades ago. And then 5-6 years ago, I decided I had to get over this. Started looking into cameras better, talking to cameras, using AI to fix my eyeballs sometimes because that helps too. And we've improved. We've gotten better. So if you're wishing this was my quitting video, then unfortunately your wish isn't coming true, but you can continue to keep wishing because it may come true sooner than you think. But if you're hoping I was going to stick around and give you some explanation of what was going on, that came to that came to plan. That was what we had here. Not the most eloquent version that we've had here, but the truth is the truth. Sometimes the biggest part of doing the conversational part that we do with you folks is just saying the truth and putting things out there and having hard conversations on what's out there, the fact. This is what's going on in the world, despite how you feel about it, despite what your particular deity of choice might say about it, despite what your particular leader of choice might say about it. Here's the facts of things, and here's how things are actually going down. How are you going to deal with it? All the strife, all the problems, all the issues I had in 2023, which has carried over to 2024, which were carried over from 2022 and 2021, We're going to face them head on and deal with them. That's what we're going to do. We don't have much choice. We're just going to do what we can to do our best. In the meantime, I thank you for being with us for this thing here, all the things here, and everything we have going forward. Love you. Mean it. Stay limber, stay hydrated, stay on task. You are needed by many, including me. We'll see you in another video very soon.